The most recent update, as you may know by now, had a few changes done to chargers, as now you can actually get rid of them more effectively by shooting their heads rather than having to focus down their leg. Most notably, in the patch notes, it states that both the recoilless rifle as well as the expendable anti-tank will now one-shot chargers when aimed directly on the face. This patch also claims to have reduced the amount of heavily armored units in tournament games at higher difficulties, and today I want to talk about some of the apparent changes that were made and were not explicitly mentioned in the patch notes. So as I just mentioned, chargers had a little tweak to how they work. They've reduced the health on the charger's head, which now will cause them to get one hit by the recoilless rifle as well as the EATs. However, the patch notes gave a lot of players the impression that the changes made would only impact those two weapons, but this is not the case. The charger's head health were reduced overall, meaning it requires less shots to the charger's face from railguns, arc throwers, flamethrowers, and weapons alike. The biggest impact this had, in my opinion, were with the railgun as well as with the arc thrower. Even though the railgun was relentlessly nerfed, now 3 full charge shots of over 90% charge will be enough to take down a charger. However, the biggest impact in my opinion for me has been the arc thrower. The arc thrower used to take something like 12 shots to be able to even take down a single charger pretty much regardless of where you shot. But nowadays, it'll only take you about 5 to 6 shots to the head to kill a charger. Combine that with its fantastic swarm clearing potential, and the arc thrower may have just become the best solo support weapon in the game. So even though the buff seemed more directed towards the explosive anti-tank solutions, pretty much all of the support weapons that could damage the charger were included in this overall buff. Now the patch note did say that heavy armored units such as Bio Titans and chargers were going to spawn less in higher difficulty games, but I really didn't notice any change, and I mean at all. Some games I actually had way more charges than I've ever even seen. Look at this gameplay in the background. There were literally over 10 chargers in one location over the course of like 2 minutes. I had literally never seen that before this update. I have, however, felt like there are more hunters around though, but the amount of chargers to me don't seem to have been impacted. We don't know exactly what was tweaked in terms of spawn rate, but it truly doesn't feel like it's been altered at all for me. However, maybe I've just been unlucky, and assuming I've been unlucky, this will result in far more hunters for us to have to deal with, once again indirectly buffing swarm clearing support weapons such as machine guns, stalwarts, and arc throwers alike. And speaking on unlucky, or possibly a hidden change, 500 kilo bomb. I feel I quickly want to talk about this because maybe I've just got a tinfoil hat on right now, but have they nerfed the 500 kilo bombs? Look at the gameplay in the background. Previous to this update, I was taking out Bio Titans right and left with 500 kilo bombs. I mean, literally, each 500 kilo bomb pretty much meant one Bio Titan kill. But since yesterday's update, my 500 kilo bombs have been landing pretty much on Bio Titan's feet, and they have been walking away from it just fine. Again, I might have gotten unlucky, but the problem is the frequency at which this happened. I threw like 10 to 15 different 500 kilo bombs yesterday as I just played around with this update, and I only successfully took down like one Bio Titan. Am I going crazy, or have I just been really unlucky and or bad? Anyways, let me know in the comment section below if you're having a similar experience, and let's take off our tinfoil hat and get back to this update. This update also included flying terminate bugs, and even though these haven't been fully released as of yet, I expect it, just like the mech exosuit update, to be released right after this terminated major order we've got right now ends. This has been data mined, and leaked gameplays around YouTube showcase these new upcoming flying units known as Shriekers, which seemingly will come in forms just like the Stalkers, tied to a secondary objective. Personally, I'm really excited for these. What about you guys? Tomorrow we've got a big update coming with a totally new war bond, and I'll be covering that a few hours after its release. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thank you all for watching. Peace.